The sea that split in two, the story of Moses. Long ago, in Egypt, the people of Israel lived as slaves under Pharaoh's harsh rule. Their cries for freedom rose to heaven, and God heard them. In those dark days, a Hebrew mother gave birth to a baby boy. To save him, she placed him in a basket and set it afloat on the Nile River, trusting God to protect him. The basket drifted to Pharaoh's palace, where Pharaoh's daughter found the child and named him Moses, meaning drawn out of the water. Raised in the palace, but born of slaves, Moses grew up caught between two worlds. One day, seeing a Hebrew slave beaten by an Egyptian, Moses' anger took over. He struck the Egyptian and fled to the wilderness, where he spent years as a humble shepherd, until one day, everything changed. On the slopes of Mount Horeb, Moses saw a bush that burned but was not consumed. As he drew near, a voice called, "Moses, Moses." He replied, "Here I am." God said, "I have heard the cries of my people. I am sending you to bring them out of Egypt." Moses trembled. "Who am I to do this?" And God answered, "I will be with you." Obeying God's call, Moses returned to Egypt and stood before Pharaoh. "Thus says the Lord, let my people go." Pharaoh refused, and God's power shook Egypt with plagues until finally, Pharaoh relented. The Israelites set out in freedom, but Pharaoh changed his mind and chased them with his army. Soon, the people found themselves trapped between Pharaoh's soldiers and the wide Red Sea. Fear filled their hearts. Moses looked to heaven and said, "Do not be afraid. Nen will fight for you." Then God commanded, "Lift up your staff, stretch out your hand over the sea." Moses obeyed. A mighty wind blew all night, and the sea began to part. The waters stood like towering walls on both sides, and a dry path opened before them. The people of Israel walked through the sea on dry ground, safe beneath God's mighty hand. When Pharaoh's army followed, God told Moses to stretch out his hand again. And as he did, the waters crashed down, covering the Egyptians completely. When silence fell, the Israelites stood on the far shore, staring at the sea that had just moments ago threatened to destroy them. Now the very sea that saved them. With tears of joy, they sang, "The Lord is my strength and my song. He has become my salvation." From that day on, Moses knew that no sea was too wide, no enemy too strong, and no fear too deep when God was on their side. Because when faith leads the way, God will always make a path even through the sea itself.